Welcome back to Panama. Welcome back to the farm.
Which we don't have a name for yet.
If you guys want to help us with a name,
leave it, comment below.
We were set on Flavortown, but then I realized that was, like, I looked it up and then Guy Fieri uses that, and I'm not a big fan of it. No, I can't take Guy Fieri's stuff. No. But today's gonna be a huge day of learning. Yesterday was probably one of the biggest days of learning though that I've had in such a long time. You should now refer to me as Gandalf the Copper. You shall not pass! It's actually, they're pretty good. That's my staff. I'm a wizard now.
Are we gonna try to harness energy from
Yeah, we're gonna harness the lightning.
From the lightning?
Yeah. So when you buy appliances here in Panama, there's no plug on it. So they just give you this. If you look at this wire. So we're putting plugs on the welder right now. And when you buy extension cords, you just have to build your own extension cord too. You just have to buy the wire and the plugs and everything. But it's all good learning for sure.
We could take that in there if you want.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Get up. So we're gonna try to run a welder off of a generator today, and I've been doing mental Olympics trying to figure this out if it's gonna work on this. I think we got a good shot, but everything I had to do, I had to translate. I had to read all these instruction manuals, do all this math. I think it's gonna work out. We'll see.
I think I'm in good hands.
Alright, well this is going to be our earth, this 8-foot piece of copper. And the good thing is, it kind of just slides right in. That's a good thing about having super soft soil. You can just put your body weight on it. Well, we thought putting the grinding rod was going to be really easy until the head of the hammer fell right off. And just, then we had to just go old-fashioned style. We had to go caveman style and bang it in with a rock. Because we need to create an earth. We need to create an earth rod that's 8 feet deep. And then we're connecting the generator to the earth rod in case if there's a surge of voltage, it has a place for it to go. So that's what we've done. And now we're getting ready to fire up the generator and run the welder. All right, bro, you ready?
Moment of truth.
Fire it up.
Just like that rock song?
I should probably put it on run, huh?
I might help. Extra touch.
So far, so good. Worst case, we'll blow a fuse.
All right.
Flip the breaker.
We'll flip it.
Sounds on.
Yeah.
Alright, bro. I'm gonna turn it up to 70. Let's start at like 80 amps. Here we go, baby. Cool. Pipe's gonna go here, and then we're gonna weld it to the frame, and then to this plate here. Well, we wanted to get that one side all done, but it was getting way too dark. Couldn't even see where I was welding, so we need to call it a night. But there's always tomorrow, and we'll get after it bright and early because I want to get this bus all done. I am sick and tired of trying to jimmy rig a bus. Those of you guys that were worried about Lola, maybe you saw her little accident when she ran into the barbed wire fence. I'm happy to tell you, sit.
So do people. So do people.
I'm happy to tell you that she's all better.
So the scab just fell off yesterday. So
yeah.
It's all healed up.
It was just a little cut, but she's as good as new.
Yeah.
2. Our amigos made it! 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3
Here's the big question.
Okay.
What do you think of my sleeves?
Those are some serious.
Are they fashionable or what?
I think you should be on a catwalk.
So we got 3 projects going on at once. Don't mind the generator, I know it's kind of noisy, but for us it's a huge game changer having power up here to be able to charge stuff, to be able to charge batteries, run power tools, and run a welder. But there's 3 projects going on here on the farm at once. Drew's over here, he's building a sawhorse. And if we go over here to the girls, now we're painting over here. So we got Brittany over here painting these white stripes. Kaylee's just finishing up the last of the paint prep. These things were so hard to get off.
So hard. And the worst part is when you're grinding it, it just moves the glue around. It doesn't really take it off.
And we wish that we had some goo gone, but they don't have goo gone here. This is Panama.
Yeah.
And we were looking for it, but we're just going nice and slow. And this is all Department of Transportation reflector. So DOT, you guys did a really nice job with your reflector. We can't get it off.
Might be hard. There, just put a little weight on this.
That's a nice tone.
So that part on the top is that part sitting right there. And these H's are exactly what I built right here below us.
Nice, so you're good at following directions, I would say. You could definitely build
My own version of a manual.
You could build a Lego set. This is like Legos for adults.
Pretty much.
I got your belly again! I got you! Drew, you just finished the whole thing and we didn't even get to film it. We're sitting here with both of our cameras.
There, you chatty Cathy's.
Oh.
Oh, look at that. Sturdy as can be. We're gonna do one of these for our friend Chris.
Wow, you built a nice sawhorse, dude.
Dude, I'll build you a sawhorse any day.
All for my broken rain roof. Well, that's coming in handy.
Repurpose,
amazing.
reuse.
Yeah, Brittany and I are all about repurposing and reusing. That's how we did all the wood in our van back in San Diego.
And that's
I eat the crust off of everyone else's bread.
You did that this morning?
Your leftovers.
That's amazing.
There you go, ladies. Work those muscles.
He's so strong.
Who you got on this race? Which horse you got?
I don't know.
And they come to the final lap.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
coming around the bend.
The pony. We did it.
Woo! Woman power.
Those are some fine Clydesdale.
I like them. I'll keep those in our barn for another future day.
I might be a pony.
Beauteous.
Whoa.
You see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brittany's doing some welding today. How you feeling, girl?
Oh yeah. I'm under here.
Is this your first time welding?
My first time ever, yes.
First time ever.
Is this your first time wearing sleeves like this?
They're like fancy gloves.
It's great.
Me and Drew are standing from the back.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
Move it. Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa.
So try to go slower now. Like strike it. Strike it and then hold it right over where you striked it. You know what I mean? So you
Yeah.
want to sit it on that spot for like much slower. So now it's Kaylee's turn. And little do you guys know that Kaylee comes from a whole family of HVAC technicians and they're all incredibly handy. So she has it in her blood.
I don't know about that.
And you know
see.
you do. You welded before and you're much better at it than I am. You ready for your mission?
I think so.
Okay. You see these plates?
Yeah.
What you want to do is in between each plate,
Yeah.
you want to run a bead. You could run it like, maybe like a 1-inch bead.
Yeah.
And then weld all the way to the frame, all the way along the top. Here's the base plate here and the concrete pillar and weld this stack of shims to the base plate too. You ready for it?
I think so.
Let's see what you got. You did really, really good, love.
I kind of like doing that.
You look really good doing it. You seem like you're really confident. So now Drew's over here. He's working on spot number 2 on the bus. And he's welding this pillar right here to that part of the frame. I would say one of the hardest things about this is we painted the frame. You can see I painted this here with rust protectant way too soon. I should have welded it first before I did that. And that's kind of part of the process of learning and just like not thinking the whole thing through. I was thinking more about protecting the frame rather than the step of having to weld to it. So we have to grind all of this off. In a couple of spots, it's gonna be impossible. We're not gonna be able to grind it off. So I think what we're gonna do is weld to 3 or 4 of the pillars. So the bus will be locked down in 3 or 4 spots, which I'm happy with. And the weld is just to stop the horizontal movement. So like if there's an earthquake or just general shake over time, it's just to make it so it doesn't move around. And in 3 or 4 spots, it's gonna be good. Well, this memory card got full mid-time lapse, but I want to show you guys. Look at this. Look at how nice this looks. Kaylee did such a good job, and let me show you, I've been welding underneath here. I'm gonna show you how much better this looks now. Now that we have the welder all tuned up right. We had it over here before, and now it's up here, so it's got some more power. And if you look, that's just so like over welded. We welded that thing so good on all four sides. That's welded, and it's welded all the way to the frame on the top. If you see right there, it's probably welded 3/4 of the way across. And on this side, I know it kind of looks like a mess of welds because a lot of this was just us learning. So this first one looks ugly, and I'm sure of any of you guys that have welded for your first time before, I'm sure you can relate. It takes a little bit to get used to it. It takes a little bit, especially when you're learning how to use a new machine.
Fresh delivery, nice and frosty.
Is this like a LaCroix commercial?
A LaCroix.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, LaCroix.
Oh, don't even act
Here,
like you actually
to
know
you,
that.
to your welding.
After finishing welding, have a LaCroix.
Hey, it's more manly than White Claw.
The belly! The belly! I guess, you're so sweet. Jenny's getting a little bit of a facelift. Woo! Woo! We're taking all the mirrors off. Look at her front end. No more these eyeball mirrors. No more light bar. That's gonna go on the Hilux. We're time to get this last mirror off, and then we can enjoy the sunset. What a day it's been. So productive.
Yeah, let's get the socket in there.
Yeah.
We just took off Jenny's eyebrow.
You ready to call it, dude? What do you think?
Yeah, that is a day.
What a day.
The bus is stabilized.
The bus is stabilized. It's half painted. She got her whole face taken off. Looking good.
It's looking great, man.
What do you think? You want to call it here?
I think it's time to call it.
Kaylee's been wanting to go get some Chinese food.
I'm ready for some Chinese food.
This is a Chinese place in town that we haven't tried yet.
Called Chopsticks.
You ready for some Chinese food, bro?
Chinese food.
Woo!
We need a fortune cookie.
Bye now. Look at these indigenous people. It's crazy.
Lola's like, hey.
What are you doing? You want to be my friend? Well, you guys, we're going to leave you with this little view of the sunset. Check this one out. And that's about all we got for you. See you guys next time.
See you next time.